Lately, I've noticed there's been a lot of reaction online about how the media, especially Montreal's media, should treat Carey Price as he returns from the player and safety program. And there have been a lot of people, guys like Jack Todd, who honestly I haven't read his work a lot, but apparently he's a big guy. People do enjoy his content and what he said. Like they're interested in what he has to say. But him and people like him have suggested that once Carey Price comes back, due to the disastrous start of the Habs season, that he needs to provide some sort of explanation for why he was absent. He later said that this was just a pure misunderstanding, but I don't know what there is to misunderstand. It looks like him and people like him clearly believe that they deserve an explanation for why somebody needed to seek help. And to have that kind of entitlement just as a hockey fan, like you're a fan, you're not on the ice, you're not dealing with what the guy's dealing with, is ridiculous. And it's things like these, it's people like this, it's the Montreal media as a whole, even hockey media, that make people feel afraid to go and reach out for help. Now, like after the Carey Price decided to come out and talk about how, I'm dealing with stuff, I need some time off. Well, he didn't say it, but he went to the player safety program. It was an overwhelming positive response, even by guys like Jack Todd. Everyone was very positive. There were a couple naysayers here and there, but it was really just a positive reaction. And I think that comes from fans of the team being still on a little bit of a high horse as they had just made the finals. But now that the team has started to struggle, people are battering and they're just completely different in terms of their headspace. They think that it's somehow his fault in a small part and how he needs to explain why he was gone and why he in some sort of way caused this to happen. And it's things like these. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like these are personal matters. They have nothing to do with the sport of hockey. Nothing to do with this. Cannot be some, like, if he wants to talk, he can talk about it himself. These cannot, like, we cannot force this on people, especially people who are struggling with things like mental health, addiction. We don't know what it is, and we don't have to speculate. It's not our spot. It's not our place. People need to feel, players especially in this league, because there's so much pressure in big markets like Montreal, Toronto, etc., to pack it in and play for the team, represent your city well. We need to have a culture where players feel comfortable enough to come out and reach out for help. And right now, when people like Jack Todd and other writers and fans as a whole are just condemning this, and they're not condemning it, no, I shouldn't be using that language, but they are just, they think that they deserve an explanation. This should be explained. That there needs to be a reasoning at this point because, oh my god, you left and now our team is in shit. It's not hockey. This is a real life situation. It's mental health. It's a problem that this guy had to deal with on his own, and now you're just deciding that oh no, I'm more important. This is much more important. Like my enjoyment of the sport of hockey is more important than somebody's well-being. Now I know this is a rant that's a little bit all over the place. There's no like structure to it, but if you guys want to find a good article that really explains my points much better than me, there's an article that was written by Dave McIntyre. It's Carey Price doesn't owe you shit, and it goes into detail about how as a fan base, we're our problem. And hockey as a whole, we people who are struggling and their well being is not doing, like they aren't feeling their best, don't owe us an explanation. They should have the ability to go and ask for help without getting any problems, like without being asked what's going on, without being forced for an answer, because it's not our place and that's a personal matter. And I really like that the Canadians as an organization have decided to send out a message to the media that this will not be discussed. None of these questions are allowed, and that we're going to respect Carey's privacy, especially during, like, he's not going to do a media availability on this at all for now. And I think if he wants to keep it private, that's what he should do. He does what he wants. And even when we look at Drouin, like, it looked like Drouin was done with the Canadians. Just because he had mental health issues and he decided to leave the team because of that. Now, a lot of people looked into it too much and said, oh, this guy just doesn't want to be with the team. He's so fragile. Are you kidding me? Are we going to belittle people for seeking help? There was a big problem with this. It was just okay because he's not like our number one star and he was underperforming. He's a human being. And I think him coming back and having the courage to come back to a tough market like Montreal and explaining it is huge. And the reaction we had from the fan base was incredible. But we look back to what happened last season when he was starting to leave the team and he was struggling. It was disgusting. Like the things that were written online. Unacceptable. We need to stop doing this as a fan base. Forget fan base. As a league, we need to stop doing this. We need to respect players' privacy and understand that they're humans too, and that they're not just pawns for our entertainment. I know we like to think that it's a league. Of course, it's designed for the fans, but the players' well-being is much more important than the quality of hockey that's being played. So pretty much that's it. Jack Todd, get your head out of your ass. A lot of fans, get your head out of your asses. We got to fix ourselves, man.